Are we live?
Why are you still looking at your phone?
Okay, fine. I wanted to look at the comments, you know.
You'll see them after the call. What are you telling me? What are you telling me?
Look at my ashtray. I'm ready to just go live.
We are.
Oh, okay, we are.
And I've got a microphone this time.
Oh, you've got a mic as well?
I've got a microphone on.
Where's your mic?
There.
So can people hear you?
Should be.
Can you guys hear him?
How is the audio? How is the audio? That's the biggest question.
Yeah, what's the audio like? Let's not even forget this intro nonsense. What's the audio like?
Apparently your mic is iffy.
Whose mic?
Yours.
Mine?
Yeah.
What's wrong with mine?
Oh, you could hear the echo as well. I assumed that was my end.
Switch your shit off, man.
No, it's not my microphone. Is it mine? No. What echoes then? Well, I don't know.
Take the road out. Why is the road in there?
It's not that.
But why is the road connected?
It's not.
But why is it connected?
Because it was mine. That's what I was using.
Oh, you're using the road. Okay. So why are you saying shh for that? Like, who cares if you're using the road?
Keep talking to the guys. Your life.
No, we're sorting out the audio, man. Just plug it directly in. It's fine.
Yeah, guys. If you don't know, every show we're using different settings. Again, the stuff are different.
Sorry for missing you guys last week. Nothing bad happened, I think. Unfortunately, what the hell was that?
I'm sneezing, man.
What the hell kind of sneeze is that, man?
The quietest possible.
Is there still an echo?
Yeah.
Where's the echo from?
I don't know.
It's your mic, innit?
It's not.
Alex is getting stressed out for this. Why? What are you getting stressed out for? So, what are we gonna do? Should we pause it for a bit and then come back in like 5 minutes?
Oh, no echo.
What'd you do?
Nothing. I've done nothing.
Okay, well, the audio's back then. So, how's the audio sounding, guys? Aside from the echo that Alex has somehow miraculously fixed without doing anything.
It was clipping a bit to start with, but we're all right now.
We're all right now. Don't worry about the clip, man. We want it loud.
Yeah, well, this is what I keep telling you.
So, what are you smoking, Ray?
So, apologize to the guys that were missing the last week, and we're gonna miss the next one.
Yeah, next week. Sorry, we're not going to do a live stream next week because I'm going to be filming. I'm doing some work next week, so it's my fault. Last week it was Alex because Alex was doing some work.
Fault, yeah.
Yeah, basically it was Alex's work's fault. Next week it's my work's fault, and I'm assuming the week after it's probably going to be Ray's work's fault.
No, Ray's the professional here.
Shut up, man. What are you smoking?
I'm smoking a cigar called Color Project Grey.
I swear, I thought you were going to say I'm smoking a cigar, and I was like,
yeah, Color Project Grey, made for Cigar Federation by Oveja Negra and James Brown. One of the very, very boutique smokes I have. I believe it's only 1,000 packs made a long time ago, so they're not easy to find. Look very dark, oily. Habano wrapper, Ecuadorian. I don't know what's inside. They didn't disclose, so it will be completely new cigar for me. Probably typical.
So you don't know the filler wrapper behind all that
No
stuff?
idea.
No?
So only the wrapper. Wrapper is Ecuadorian Habano.
How do you know the wrapper
Maduro.
if you don't know the rest? Just curious. Just curious.
They tell it.
They tell you?
Yeah.
So they don't tell the rest, but they tell.
Yeah.
Just how come?
Well, with the boutique stuff, it's quite often they didn't disclose the stuff because of the FDA or because they. Just
Oh, I see.
So,
I see.
yeah.
I see. They're trying to overcome some of the FDA.
Yeah, because they're a small company, they bring in new stuff all the time. They relate on the boutique blends and stuff. And yeah, nothing fancy, just a grey textile band on the bottom. As I say, probably Robusto, probably slightly longer Robusto, maybe 5.5, 5 1/4. 4 cups, really decent construction. No soft spots, no crazy hard stuff. So we'll see. What are you smoking?
I'm smoking a non-Cuban. No, I'm smoking a Nicaraguan cigar, Hoyo de Nicaragua Numero Uno, and this is a cigar that was kindly gifted to me by Ricardo. So if you watch the last interview video that we did it with Ricardo Carioni, and he was nice enough to give us some cigars, and this is one of the cigars that he gave me. So I figured, let me try this. So for once, we're both smoking Newell cigars.
Yeah, not all of us.
No, oh yeah. By the way, can you guys hear Alex properly and carefully? Like,
I've taken my mic off.
are you taking your mic off? Why?
That was causing an echo.
I-
But I'd already turned it off.
Oh my!
Wait. I'd already turned it off. People were still complaining. I'd already turned it off at that point.
Dickhead.
The mic itself was echoey, but there was something else that was going on.
It's probably because it's. I don't know. Not bad. Listen, I know how shit that Rode mic is. That's why. I'm just telling you from experience. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad we managed to get that sorted. This is obviously this is a Nicaraguan puro, right?
I don't know.
I thought
Smoke only one or two of them.
Yeah?
I don't remember every single cigar I smoke, man.
Yeah, you do, man. You've got a database and everything. I've seen some of your database. You've got too many cigars, man.
But I don't know what every single leaf of tobacco is in every cigar.
Yeah, you do.
No.
You're the cigar nerd. What is it? Cigar geek? What was it?
Just a
No, what
newbie.
did Jose Blanco call you?
Cigar newbie.
Huh? He didn't call you a cigar newbie, man. Shut up. I need some sleep.
Ooh,
Alex
that's
feels
power.
tired too. Is that strong?
Yes.
Too
What are
strong?
we talking about today?
We're talking about cigar collections, how to build an insane Ray-like cigar collection, how to become the widow collector, how to be the legend with the hat,
The man, the myth.
the man with the mustache. So Ray, that's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about all the different ways that you can finesse your way into getting some badass cigars for only what, £9 for a reserver? That's what it was? We're going to tell everyone the secrets of how to be Ray. How to be Ray and how you get a £9 reserver.
Do you want me to start with the reserva story?
Let's start with the reserver story, yeah. Let's start with the reserver story.
Yes,
Because I think
a few people asking me as well. Okay, before I start
Tell 'em what the
telling you
cigar
all the
is, tell 'em-
sauces,
tell them what the cigar is.
I'll
tell
tell you
'em
the
how
whole
much-
story and I'll tell you everything. Don't
Okay.
worry, I'm not gonna save anything.
Okay, good.
But yeah, did you see what lighter Usman using? I used a
Shut up,
10
man.
pound Zippo, Usman using 1,000 pounds DuPont. Who is the collector then?
Seriously? You're just going to put me on blast like that? I thought we were friends by now, man.
We are not that big friends. Okay, well, the story with the Reserva Cosecha was very lucky. Very, let's say, it on the right place with the right spot. I hate that words, but sometimes you need to be like that. What's happened about maybe two years ago, little bit more than that. A friend of mine, we are in a social group together in one of the Facebook groups. He just contacted me and say, I found in eBay Monte Cristo lighter and cutter, which I never seen before. You know, not one of those Chinese ones. You know, like Cohiba from Alibaba. Or anything similar. It was basically very nice rustic color, brown red Monte Cristo engraved, not a sticker or label or laser
Like
or something.
a proper
engraved.
not
You
like
see,
some-
looking very quality.
Yeah.
And I do some research, and I tell him that possibly that lighter and cutter are from the festival gifts or down in Cuba, because they doesn't look cheap. They don't look like 5, 10, 15 pound stuff. So he say, okay, I'm gonna buy them. So there was in eBay. Someone posted them in eBay. What was that?
I'm sorry, man.
What was that?
I muted my mic for it though. You know, I was ready. Unlike you, man, you sneeze right in the camera. Everyone like looking directly at you.
Hope they see the spray.
Oh,
It's
oh.
not my camera. I don't have that problem.
Thanks
So
for that.
back on the story.
Sorry, man.
That friend of mine contacted me and say, look, I found out the guy looking for something 50 to 70 quid or something like that. So it's not cheap, not inexpensive. Depend.
But this is
he
just
he
for
have
that.
no idea.
This
What
is for
it?
that
Yes, and he say,
cutter.
do you think that's a genuine ones? That's not a Chinese ones? And I said, look, I say, I have no idea. I had never seen them before. Best way is just ask the guy for more information. Where did he get them and everything? He contact the guy in eBay, and the guy say, oh, I have an ashtray as well. Ashtray is one of those Partagas ashtrays.
Yeah, yeah.
You've seen them
from
like
from
black
the festival.
Yeah, the black ashtray in like oval form.
Yeah.
And so nice. And I've seen some of them in eBay in different auctions, and they're like 50, 60, 70 pound each at least.
Yeah.
So they're not cheap. And the guy have an ashtray, and also say I have a few cigars which I can send you as well if you want. And
Where was this, by the way? How were you talking to this dude?
that is friend of mine. We're friends. He just
Oh, so he was telling you about this guy.
He asked me about the lighter and the cutter in the beginning.
Yeah.
Do I know anything about them? Are they, because as I say, the guy in eBay looking for 50, 60, 70 pounds or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, that's not a
So did you see the listing on eBay yourself or something? No, your friend just told you about this listing on eBay. There's a guy
Yes.
who's selling this lighter, and then he spoke to him, and then that guy said, "Oh, wait a minute, I've got an ashtray as well. This is the ashtray that I've got. Are you interested in lighter and the ashtray?" And you got back to him and said,
well, I wasn't interested for myself. I tell him there's a nice piece. If you can deal a nice price, negotiate a good price, yes. And he came back to me hours later and say, I negotiate a good price for them for everything, but the guy also have some cigars. Do you want cigars?
"Yeah,
And I say, what cigars? He say, some Cubans. Say, Cubans, no info, no pictures, nothing. And I was a little bit skeptic and say, what cigars? And say, I think the guy, the friend of mine say, well, the ashtray, the pictures of the ashtray, I think look very good quality and stuff. It might be someone being in the festival and having like 5, 6 singles or something.
yeah.
And I say, okay, what would be the deal? So the deal was that they pay to the guy something around 250, 270 pounds for everything. And my part of the deal was 90 quid for cigars. So I don't know what cigars I'm getting.
Yeah.
It was one of those risky stuff I'm going to talk later. And I say, let's hope they're not fakes. And later he sent me, when we make the purchase, he sent me a very blurry picture with some cohibas, but you can't even understand what is written. You can't see band properly. Stuff like very bad quality picture. Maybe because of the eBay, I don't know.
Did you ask your friend and say, "Look, can you just send me some proper pictures, man? Like hold the camera still.
Man, the cigar wasn't.
Put it next to a light."
The picture was from the eBay, not from my friend. The guy obviously sent him a picture, maybe with some phone from 1997. And as I say, no idea what kind of quality of cigars. I see there's a box of Partagas E2, 5-pack, in a wooden box. And I think, okay, Partagas doesn't make fakes. I haven't seen fakes E2.
No.
So they look legit.
If you got a box of E2s for 90 quid, you know, it's like, it's worth it already, right? 5 E2s? That's not bad.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
5 E2s, even if the cohibas are fake, I'm not going to complain. I still pay the, the E2, same money. I think is roughly around that price.
Yeah.
So a couple of days later, everything arrived. In the meantime, we talk. That friend of mine, discussed with the guy where did he get them and everything. He say he's working the embassy. He's a Cuban guy. He came here into the UK embassy, in the Cuban embassy in UK. But he's not the ambassador, but it's someone from the embassy.
Someone who works in the embassy.
Yes. And he get them from Cuba. That's what he tell him. The cigars arrive, and I just can't believe. I have Partagas E4 5-pack sealed box,
Yeah.
2018-19.
Nice.
I have a Cohiba Novedosos LCDH Cohiba, which is still not for sale.
Yeah.
I have pictures in my Instagram if someone wants to see them. I already smoke it. And I have 3 Reserva Robusto Consecha.
I mean, he's from Cuba.
And
surely he knew what these cigars were.
I don't know. I think the guy say he doesn't smoke.
Oh, okay. I see.
So probably someone give him that as a gift or
he
anything.
doesn't know what they are though. Yeah,
well,
yeah.
he doesn't know. They make a good deal. He sell the ashtray and everything. He just added like cigars for another 90 quid. That was what we're thinking. 9 cigars, 90 quid. That was the idea.
Yeah, 10 each.
Yeah. And
damn.
the first moment, I never seen the Novedosos before.
Yeah.
Obviously, I still haven't seen another one after that.
For those of you who don't know what the Novedosos is, do you want to quickly just explain what the Novedosos is?
Cohiba Novedosos is the only LCDH Cohiba released. Well, released is hard to say, not been released yet.
Announced.
They supposed to.
It's been announced.
Yeah, it's been announced on the festival. I think 2018 something.
Yeah, something stupid like that.
But still not been released. And the first moment when I saw them, I was thinking, okay, yeah, fake. Maybe it's a fake.
Yeah.
But more I look into the cigars, I can't find anything bad on the bands and anything.
Well, the bands looked really good.
And I basically, back in the time, well, I have the knowledge to recognize most of the fakes, but not every fake. I wouldn't say even now there's a so good fakes which you can't recognize.
I think the only time you can't really, when it's difficult to recognize a fake is if they take a band from an original Cohiba and then put it onto a fake.
And
then it's a little bit tricky.
The other sign which tell me that's not a fake cigars was Novedosos.
Yeah.
Because usually you won't see fake cigars before the release.
No. Because
the people which making the counterfeit, they need to get the real box and try to copy and everything.
Exactly.
But I haven't seen any. I don't know what's Novedosos back in the time. It was probably the year before the release or something.
So you must have seen that LCDH and thought Cohiba doesn't have LCDH.
Yeah, I started looking and then I found out they have.
Oh.
So I have a really good friend in UK, which is, in my opinion, is the biggest collector of Cohiba and very luxury Cuban cigars.
What's his name?
Well, his name is his name. He's not a retailer. It's a private collector.
Okay.
And I contact him and say, look, I have those cigars. I don't know, are they real? Are they not? For me, look real. I can't find anything bad on the band and anything. I found them very cheap. Can you help me with the verify them? Say, okay, and I make like 15, 16 pictures, very close-ups on all the specific stuff. I've got the IRD, the infrared numbers and everything.
Yeah.
All the cigars look legit. You say, in my opinion, they're real. I can probably confirm if I see them. Because he also looked the caps, the cigar, how it's constructed, not only the bands.
Yeah.
I say, okay, and he asked me, can I send him one? He wants to smoke it as well. I say, I don't mind sending you, but I can't believe you don't have them. He say, I have 3 boxes of the Reserva, but they're all sealed, and I haven't. I want to try them. I want to smoke them, but I don't want to open my boxes. And he say, I'll send you something in return. That's fine, fair. I'll send you something in return. And I know he have interesting stuff.
Yeah,
of course, he's a good friend. Even without sending me stuff back, I pay £9 for the cigar, so £10. I don't mind, of course. Send him the cigar, and a few days later, he say, cigar is perfect. It's proper, legit cigar. I can guarantee that. You can check all the numbers on the bands and everything with the guys down there. And yeah, he said cigars are real. The Novedosos he said it's a gem. It's basically they smoke the Novedosos on the festival, and he said no one have Novedosos. So you've been very lucky with that. And yeah, he sent me a few cigars back.
So he's probably that guy went to that festival.
Mm-hmm.
He received those cigars. He must have gained some other cigars as well. And then he sold you on eBay not knowing what they were.
Yeah, but he didn't sell the cigars. He sold the accessories. And maybe because we buy the accessories, he asked, do we want cigars?
Yeah.
And
he sold them, but he didn't fully know what they were.
Friend of mine didn't get the cigars. He say, I don't want paying that. Maybe he don't have the money. I don't know. He don't want the cigars. He asked me, do I want the cigars? And that's how I get the cigars. 9 cigars for £90.
10 each.
Yeah, 10 each. I say 9, but it's 10 each. It's
You just want to say 9 because 10 sounds too much to you.
That's the story behind the one of the very
The Novodosos, the Reserva. What did your friend give you back?
For the Reserva, he gave me Cohiba 35 Lancero. He gave me the Monte Etiquette, and what was the third cigar he gave me? Talisman.
So basically, you got 12 cigars for 90 quid. Not bad.
11 cigars.
Oh yeah, 11. Yeah, what am I doing?
Yeah, probably that's why I say 9 quid cigar.
I guess so. Yeah.
That's why. You know, back in the time when I tell that story to some of my other friends, and yeah, that's why I say 9 quid. I have 11 cigars for 90 pounds.
That's pretty
And that's
impressive.
why I always smoked the only 35. We've been together when I smoked the 35. You
Yeah,
remember?
yeah.
So-
I saw that. It was the freaking.
Yeah, Cohiba 35. It's one of opportunity to smoke that cigar.
That's
They never been sold as a solo cigars. They always been part of the humidor.
That's the one I took a
35.
picture of you,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
When you were looking like freaking beast mode.
Yeah. So it was one of opportunity. I've smoked it. I smoked the 80th. I still haven't smoked that Talisman, to be honest. But yeah, it's an amazing cigar.
You haven't smoked Talisman before?
No, I smoked Talisman. But
What do you think of the Talisman?
They're not bad.
Yeah.
They're not bad. I don't
a
think
bit-
they were the price tag.
No.
I smoked few Talismans back in the time when they released the first Talismans. Since then I didn't buy any, and now I have only one Talisman. That's the one that my friend gave me. It's not for special occasions. I just keep it until I decide to smoke it.
I was lucky enough to get a box of it. Smoked a box of it. And it was like, eh.
I don't know. It's not bad cigar.
I didn't think it was that good, man.
It's a decent cigar.
I thought it was a bit bland.
In my opinion, I think the 1966 is better. The 2011 Limitada is better. And
Oh, you mean the £250 cigar?
well, back in the time it wasn't 250 pounds.
£250 now. That's when you smoked it. You
Well-
smoked it over here. On the live stream.
Well, I pay like 10-12 pounds for that.
Tell us a story about that one.
If we carry on with the stories about cheap cigars, we're not gonna be able to tell.
Last
how
one.
people
Last
to
one.
buy.
That's a £250 cigar. How'd you get that?
I buy the whole humidor with about 120 cigars.
So this humidor, where, who, when,
Auction
why?
in UK,
Okay.
not cigar auction. I'll mention later in which websites you can look in for them. They selling like 20 different lots with cigars, some on bundles and stuff. And that was a 7-drawer humidor. You know that
Yeah, yeah.
drawers. I was looking for that kind of humidor because I need to expand. I was expanding my collection back in the time, and I bought it with the cigars, not having the pictures of the cigars. So I pay. I know they say 100 and something cigars. They have pictures on some of the drawers, like there was a Canes, Oliva V's and stuff, and I pay £800 for that. And inside I have 5 Behikes, four 1966. There was about 40 Cuban cigars.
4 966 in there.
There's a four.
There's 3 of us. You could have 2.
They're
Just
gone,
saying.
man. They're gone. There was about 40
Alex,
cigars
right?
there. 40 cigars. Some of them I have Bolivar Gold Medal in there.
You bench.
I have the Ramon Iones Hunters and Franco edition in there.
Really?
Yes.
That's a POA cigar.
So there was an interesting selection. I don't know who was the guy which selling them. Cigars was perfect. The humidor have the humidification system, and it was like 72% humidity. So they literally someone sell, maybe family of someone who passed away sell his collection.
That's
It
a
was
shame.
a decent collection. I managed to get a lot of accessories, few other lots from, I get Olivas, I get Canes on different lots.
So where's this website? What's this website?
That was London-based London-based auction house. But yeah, on a website which collect all the auctions from UK.
What's it called?
But I'll tell you. Don't worry. Don't rush in. We'll get there. I'll tell everything tonight. But yeah. So guys, before we start explaining the stuff I'm doing and how I research all the
Don't say
old
we.
stuff.
I'm a spectator in this one.
You didn't say we.
You did say before we.
Before we discuss the things
Yeah.
I'm doing.
Before we start.
Listen to
Shut
So,
up, man.
I would say
You've got no mic anymore.
don't do it. What I'm doing.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of risk. The risks is you buy fake cigars, you might buy damaged cigars, you might buy cigars which are long time gone. You can't be rehydrate. You might buy all kind of not pleasant stuff, beetles. I have experience with all that kind of stuff, so I've been there. Is it worth it? Sometimes you worth when you find a good box and it's in a perfect condition, but there's a lot of disappointments when you buy a box. And last disappointment, less than a year ago, managed to find a box of Roboina, the torpedo one.
Yeah, can I just quickly say, instead of talking, because these two stories that you gave were, relatively unique. They're not going to be something that's going to repeat itself very often. If anything, it's probably a one-off, right?
Yes.
So we're not, instead of talking about those, instead of talking about things like how to get these super rare cigars for really cheap, because that's just unrealistic in most cases.
Yes.
Let's talk about how to build a proper collection,
yes,
which is far more feasible, something which is repeatable and what people can do.
Well,
so let's kind of, although it's nice to hear stories about.
Yes, but the way to build collection is very simple. It's no need to talk much of it.
I know,
the
but
way
it's good
I start,
to kind of go
the
into
way I
it.
start, it was when you buy something cheap, which worth more, sell it. You can imagine how much I'm sorry now that I sell like pre-revolution Bolivars, Polar Naga, which I buy on another auction, and I just spend a lot of money on them. But I found the sellers with my contacts, buyers in my contacts, and I need to make money to buy more stuff.
Right. So you're basically kind of...
In the beginning, I was mostly selling to good friends and collectors what I buy. Maybe I keep one or two for myself. That was like 5-6 years ago.
So you'll get like a box of, let's say, 15 or something. You'll sell the majority of them, keep 2 or 3 just so that you can smoke them.
Yes.
But then because you sell the rest of them, you not only recouped the cost, you've made money, so you can put that towards...
Yes.
Right, I see.
That was the easiest way. And as I say...
So give us an example of that.
Well, I told you...
About the Bolivar. Tell us about the Bolivar.
Well, I buy probably 45 packs of pre-revolution cigars. Different. Bolivar, Polar Naga, Partagas, that kind of stuff. And I would say I pay around £400, if I'm not wrong.
So where was this? Was it like an auction?
Auction, yes. I pay £400 for them. So lucky. I didn't know they're pre-revolution, because the 5 packs, they don't have the stamps and stuff. It's not easy, but I managed to find the people which can verify that. And then I sell 90% of them for £1,500.
Wow.
I keep very few for myself.
So you paid £400 for them?
Yes.
And you sold them for like triple, basically.
Mm-hmm. But to do all that kind of stuff, you need to have the connections and everything. It's not only, as I say, I will give you the clue how you can start looking for that kind of stuff. They're available. If I have the money now, trust me, I'll have the most impossible collection in UK.
Well, let's start with like how you let's go like early on, because you started in cigars. You started off with Cuban cigars, right? From Cuban cigars, you had that Jamaican cigar and thought, wait a minute, this tastes amazing. What's going on? I thought only Cuban tasted good.
The Jamaican cigars start as well the auctions.
Yeah. But at that point, you didn't have a massive collection, right?
No.
At that point, you just had like...
50 cigars.
50 cigars, okay.
That's it.
So you had like,
And I smoke 2 a week, 1 a week, 2 a week. And literally when I get down to 20, 30, I start buying like 5, 6 of them, new ones. Then again, and that was like few years, maybe more.
So you just kind of like, you were just buying cigars to smoke them.
Until I accidentally find the Jamaican cigars, and I see that actually, what's happened, it was because on that kind of a lot of auctions in UK, I was not working, but I was contracting them as an estimator, because I have a degree in history. And I used to know a lot about the Eastern European, Southeastern European history, like old coins and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And a few auctions contact me if they find something like that in their stuff. Can I estimate it? Give them more information about them. And in one of the auctions, which I was helping, they pop up with 2 boxes. I've seen them because I buy cufflinks. I collect cufflinks back in the time. I used to buy a lot of cufflinks. ties, that hats, that kind of stuff. And I saw on that auction 2 boxes of Royal Jamaica in a nice wooden chest look-alike boxes. And there was a private labeled, so they were custom made for a specific people. I've seen this exactly the same box for sale, made for Henry VIII. One of the latest kings before the Queen. Her dad maybe or something like that. I don't know.
George?
King George. Yeah, I think King George. So I've seen exactly the same box made in Jamaica for King George.
Okay.
But the box empty gone for 20,000. So yeah. But
so the empty box went for 20 grand.
Yeah.
Damn.
So exactly that kind of customized box. I don't have the boxes anymore. But what I do is I just buy the boxes. I pay £100. There was in total 150 cigars in there. Different cigars. So there were 2 types, Panatella and Lonsdale.
These are the first ever Jamaican cigars that you bought.
Yes, the first ever probably New World cigars I bought. Royal Jamaica, custom made. I didn't know nothing about back in time for them.
Yeah.
But I start research. I'm very good in research and stuff. I start reading about in internet about Jamaican cigars, asking friends and people, and then I found out that cigars are made around 1960s, and they were smokable. Maybe because on the chest, maybe they're a little bit dry, but they have a lot of aromas in them.
Yeah.
And then I start digging into the more and more into the world. That's how the New World ideas start and the auctions. But I realized that I can make money because I found Jamaican guy in UK, and he was very interested in the boxes and say, can you sell me the boxes? And I say, why not? I already start thinking to make my humidor, convert my cabinet in the first. So I say I have a space to put the cigars, so why not? I have no idea what they cost. What do you think it's fair? And he say I can give you £150 for the both boxes, empty. So I buy the full boxes for £100.
You've just made 50 quid.
And I make 50 quid just on empty boxes.
Plus
and
the cigars.
Okay, what in your opinion the cigars cost? You say the age and everything, maybe not in being in a perfect condition, because the cigars are in paper, in silo, and then another paper with the name on top. So they're proper white paper over them. And I ask him, he say, you can easily sell every cigar of those between 15 and 20 pounds.
Each?
Each. And I say, okay, so I have 150 cigars, even on 10 pounds each, that's £1,500. Yeah. I buy them for 100 with the boxes. I already make 50 quid of the boxes. So then I start thinking, okay, so the businessman in me start thinking, okay, if there's a more cigars then. Because I never pay attention on that kind of stuff, on that auctions for cigars.
Quick puff break there. Alex, what was wrong with the screen there?
So
I just saw you peering at it really close. What happened?
Jim Bastow says he's distracted by Ray's braille nipple. I'm not entirely sure what that means.
The what?
But I can't see it.
I love how Ray went just quickly brushing his nipples. Is it coming through the waistcoat?
I'm glad I had the camera on you at that point, Ray.
He's probably talking about the thing on your tie.
Too early for that.
Is that what you were really? I just saw Alex grab the iPad and just do this. I was like, what the hell are you doing?
So
the background, I'm not.
What's wrong? Why are there nipples in the background?
It's not nipples, guys.
Can we say nipples?
Either you're not seeing nipples before, or either I don't know.
You were saying it looked like a braille thing. I'm not entirely sure.
No, Ray's just got a big halo behind him. It's a big glowing thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so £1,500 worth of cigars, £150 cigar boxes. You basically got a massive profit there. So did you sell them all? What did you do?
No, I sell very few of them, and
Why?
I still keep them because.
Have you still got them?
Yeah, I have probably 50 of each size. Because they are nostalgic in some way. When I literally, as soon as after I start digging into more and more websites and asking people, and I start finding way more stuff which I buy and resell. I just don't want to sell those. I don't know. It's
no, that's fine. That's fine.
You've got
it was like your first ever.
I give
big purchase.
now. Even if someone asks me for sale, I won't sell them. I can give them to a friend. I give a lot of them to a friends to try them because they're different. Different thing. It's a decent cigar.
But it was a cigar that opened you up to new world cigars and made you think, I gotta try these. These are special. So prior to that, you were just buying cigars just to kind of smoke them. You weren't buying them.
And I buy very few because I came in England not long before that with 50 quid in my pocket, so I can't afford buying constantly expensive cigars. As I say, I smoke one cigar a week, maybe two, and there was a not high-end pre-Cubans. There was a short Churchill, Romeo and Julieta, Upman, that kind of stuff. Not crazy expensive stuff. I can't afford it.
Still nice cigars though.
Yes, but I can't afford to smoke limited editions and cohibas and stuff like that.
I mean, I still don't want to smoke limited editions and all that kind of stuff. I kind of just smoke them for like reviews, right? But generally, this is a completely different point. But in my experience, I've normally been disappointed by limited editions. There are only very few limited editions that I thought, wow, these are really good. These are worth buying. Anyway, back to the point at hand. So you've kind of come into the cigar industry, and you've started off with Cubans. You were buying cigars just to kind of smoke them. So you weren't purchasing enough to be able to build a collection. You were just purchasing enough to feed the habit, in essence, right? So you were buying cigars just to kind of smoke them. Then you bought this box of cigars, Jamaican cigars, smoked them and thought, these are brilliant. But you got it on an auction and you got like more than £1,500 worth of stuff effectively for 100 quid, and you made your money back because you sold the box, so you got 50 quid in your pocket there. Where did you go from there? Like at that point, did you kind of like just click and think, okay, I can buy cigars and build a collection? Like how did you
No, collections coming naturally.
Okay,
I never have an intent to start building a huge collection.
Okay.
I just always been a guy which...
So did you kind of like just happen upon a big collection?
It happened with the time because I'm one of those guys which like to have a different variation of everything. So even I have a lot of cufflinks, I have a lot of ties, hats. I can't wear the same thing all the time. Same with the cigar. I can't smoke the same cigar all the time. And when I start reading more and more about the cigars, I buy a few books back in the time, and I realize there's many different brands. And the good things on that auctions is basically you don't know what's in there.
Yeah.
So you might pop up some very rare cigars. You might pop up Guantanameras. I won't buy the Guantanameras. Back in the time, I buy a few of them. Never liked them, but it just because I already been obsessed of cufflinks. I will mention the cufflinks many times because
you love your cufflinks.
With the cufflinks, I start digging in all kind of weird sites. I already have an idea where to look at probably for cigars. I have all the auction sites, all the auctioneers locally in Europe as well. I'm looking for all cufflinks even in US, in Germany, and I already have the idea how to research the stuff.
Oh dear.
Sorry, my fault. That's my uncle. Go on, carry on.
Oh wait, I've got the sound effect for this.
You dickhead.
So
We've got sound effects now.
So
what is the sound effect? We can't hear it.
I did the sad trombone.
Oh no.
I've been already into the researching hobby, and I research for all kind of stuff. I even have a friend which back the time buying vinyls, and he always tell, when you do research, can you looking for that vinyl or that vinyl or that vinyl? So I have an idea where to look at.
Yeah.
The very brief ideas. Then I start constantly when I have free time, I try different combinations to find an auction sites in different places in Germany, in France, and everywhere. And then when I start meeting more cigar people, I say, where do you buy your cigars? Is there auction sites in different countries, and the connections and everything? And that's how I...
So tell me about the connections. How did that obviously it was built up organically, and these things take time, right? So it's taken a few years, I'm assuming.
Well, I still making the connections in those
days. I know,
days.
but so far, based on the connection that you built, they've taken a few years, I'm assuming. Has that taken it, or was it quite quick?
Well, when you go to the event with 50 people, you already make a connection with
What kind
all
of
them.
events?
Cigar events.
Cigar events.
Yeah,
Is it like
cigar
just
events.
herfs and
Gala, dinner, cigar curves and stuff. Well, back 5-6 years ago, there wasn't so many of them, but still, you start communicating with people. You know, when you see in the auction, just start chatting with the people on the auction, going to the auction site to see the cigars, speaking with the auctioners, and that kind of stuff. You know, that you can't. I'm not gonna teach you how to build the connections. You know, if you
you got to have some ability to socialize, and meet people, and talk to people.
Yes,
of course, yeah.
You need to have a.
But we're
topic and
talking
stuff.
about the kind of events that you're going to, and these are like galas and mostly cigar-based events, right?
The event's not gonna help you with the finding the real stuff.
No, but you got to meet the people. You got to talk to the people. You got to build those connections. You can't just turn up at the event and think, okay, people gravitate towards me. Become my friend. You gotta make it happen, right?
Have you been to the cigar event?
I have, of course, I have. You
Why
met me
is
at the
that?
cigar
Why you
event.
ask me then?
No, I'm just saying. But I'm
But
asking you what kind of events, particularly.
Cigar
Like-
events, gala dinners, alcohol. It's events for different stuff. I'm not going for event for ballet or theater. It's related with that industry.
So like the kind of herf that we met at.
Yes.
Like that, okay.
Yes.
They're not doing them anymore at the moment, are they?
Well, because of the COVID. Before the COVID, I was attending 20 events a year.
They should start your events up again, because things are relatively okay now.
Hopefully in 2 weeks' time.
Anyway, so you met up with people, you started building these connections, and because you love talking about cigars. Shut up, Alex.
Well observed.
No, but I'm saying that for the audience as well. You love talking about cigars. I love talking about cigars. This is something that we're both really passionate about. We could just sit and talk about cigars for like literally the whole evening, and the next day and so on and so forth, right?
Useful for a cigar YouTube channel.
Yeah, it is, yeah. And I guess if you're talking about cigars with that kind of passion, people are gonna want to talk or maybe be interested in you, and then they're gonna maybe just say, oh, by the way, I've got this and whatever. And do you think?
Usually I have many friends which have this and that, but they're not willing to sell them. Even if they're willing to sell them, they don't sell them cheap. So not many, let's say that way, not many friends around.
But they're gonna be.
I buy cigars from them.
But the friends aren't necessarily the people that you buy cigars from. The friends are the people that kind of point you in the direction of, oh, check this out, this is happening. Why don't you go have a look at that?
Not in UK.
Not in the UK.
Not in UK. In UK, nobody showed me where to buy cigars.
Really? Is it just US based people?
In US, yes. In Germany, yes. In France, yes. I have people which work in auction houses and stuff, and they just, when they see cigars, they let me know. But that's a very small percentage.
So how do you get? Oh, it's a very small percentage of the cigars that you buy and
almost
part of
none.
the collection.
Almost none.
Almost zero.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about the bulk of the collection then. How did you kind of?
Well, I can separate my collection to 4 different parts, and every part has its own way to build it.
Okay.
So I start with the vintage Cubans, then I go to the vintage New Worlds, then I go to the European vintage cigars, and now I'm basically buying mostly very rare and limited New World cigars.
Yeah.
Also, some of them are old time gone, like this one when I'm smoking. That's what is at the moment on that stage. So yeah, I can describe all of the different stages. Some of them have similar ways to find cigars, but not so.
Yeah.
And but I would say again, guys, there's no guarantee. Everything you buy will be legit, ready for smoke.
What about if it's New World? I mean, New World, you're probably not going to get fakes for New World, right?
No, not the fakes. The fakes is the least problem.
Fakes is
the least problem.
Okay.
Fakes is the least problem, but the quality and the condition of the cigars is the biggest problem.
That's going to be the issue that most people are going to kind of contend with, because not every cigar is going to be kept properly, and cigars are very. Okay, we're talking.
talking about condition, for me, UK is it's relatively okay to buy cigars, even if they not properly stored.
Yeah.
Because in UK, constant humidity in the rooms, even in the houses, is around between 56, 57 up to 70. So nothing but cigars to be kept on 60% humidity for 20 years. Nothing but. They're kept in drawers, in cupboards, which is dark.
Do you know how I know that that's what you're saying is definitely correct? My uncle, he had like you know those pencil holders, like a little jar where you just put like stationery in. He had that full of like cigars on his office table, right? And I'm looking at it thinking, wait, you've got like really old Monte Cristos in there. And he's like, oh yeah. And I'm like, but you've just got them like, just standing there in on your office table. He goes, yeah, you know, I've just got them there. And I was like, can I have one? And he gave me one. And it was this super old Monte Cristo. I smoked it and tasted amazing. I genuinely tasted incredible. And this was just on his table, just laying there, just sat there for like, we're talking decades. It was there.
Well, as I say, some of the cigars I have, they're amazing. Some of them I have a Lancero in the diplomat box, which are tasteless. They're a long time gone.
Yeah.
They're not being kept well.
Yeah.
I try to rehydrate them. I try to bring them to life.
But once the oils are gone,
they're gone.
Once the oils are gone, they're gone. Yeah.
That was one of the purchases which I keep them because they look nice, but they're not tasty. Another purchase I tried to talk about was the Unicos of the Robena Unicos or whatever is the torpedo called.
Yeah, Unicos.
It was sealed box in Germany.
Yeah.
Found them in Germany. Sealed box. We negotiate £100. Well, 2001, 2, 3, 5, something.
Wow.
Like that. And I was so happy. I say sealed box. Everything looked legit. I've seen the pictures, the codes, and everything fit. They arrive. I open the box. Every cigar have like 15 holes on it.
Beetles,
but I still keep them. They're
horrible.
They're in my garage. I'm going to use them for a decoration in some point. But I keep them. But I was so disappointed. You can't imagine the feeling that you find unicorn, because that cigar is not for sale. It's a note. It's a Robena, one of my favorite Cuban brands. And when you open the box, because it was sealed, the seller don't want to open it. Say it will cost less if I open. Well, I pay €100 for that, which is $25 or 25.
Yeah,
But still, you bin €100. I just bin them because they're not smokable.
Were there any if it's Beatles, it's Beatles. I think you can't do anything.
All of the cigars was destroyed.
Yeah.
Literally, when I take out the cigars from the box, there was at least 50 grams of sand from the cigars. Tobacco.
Like dust just falling out.
Yeah, that's how much they was eating. It's not was just 3 cigars or 5. Everything in the box.
Oh.
That's why I say that's very risky. If you follow me, you might end it with buying fakes are not the problem. If you know how to find, usually I don't buy Cohibas unless I'm certainly sure that's a legit Cohibas.
I generally only buy Cohibas from like.
Yes.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
So which of those 4 departments you want to start?
Let's start with part 1, man.
Cubans.
Yeah. Vintage
Cubans. Let's say there's first I'll tell you the real auction sites for cigars where you can buy them. So one of them is the Cigars auction site, online cigar auctioneer.
Yeah.
It's owned by Cigars. It's happening every 3-4 months.
Yeah.
It's have like 1,000 lots of cigars, Cuban Davidoffs, Dunhill, anything, Bejique, everything.
Well, you can buy reasonably priced cigars there?
I would say yes. Not often.
But you gotta like really work on it.
You're not gonna buy talismans reasonably.
No.
But you might buy Mounted 3. You might buy D4 with a lot of H on them.
Oh, so you're talking about like maybe not necessarily extremely well-known, popular, or maybe not popular, but extremely well-known, high-end, limited editions. So you're probably not going to buy like Cohiba Reservas or
not cheap.
Yeah, not cheap anyway,
Yeah.
because these are ones that people are going to be gunning for
Yes.
hard.
Yes.
So instead of going for those cigars, go for the Cuban vintage, which are
Go
not
for
necessarily-
some not so premium ones. You
Like
might find
Cuaba,
some
for
interest.
example, Cuaba is still not very well known among many cigar
And
smokers.
everything on that auction, it's very old or very old. Let's
Mm.
say I don't think I've seen something a part of the limited editions of Cohiba and something. All the other stuff at least 15, 20 years old.
I've seen some really old Trinidads on there as well, like beautiful looking
Trinidad's
Trinidads.
not find them cheap.
No, then
But I
doesn't
can
get well
say
done.
that if you follow the market of the Cuban Davidoff and Dunhill,
Mhm.
the two unicorns, about 2.5 years ago, the Cuban Davidoff was more expensive than now. Now you can buy the Cuban Davidoff cheaper than 2 years ago and a half.
Really? Why?
Yes, because the people start buying the Dunhills.
Oh yeah.
Back in the time, the Dunhills wasn't that expensive. Now the Dunhill is £500 a cigar.
Yeah.
Davidoff, easy you can get a Davidoff for 80 quid.
No, they pushed up the price again.
No, on the auction site.
No, even in the auction sites, they pushed up the price.
Who
Very
pushed-
recent.
Who
Very,
pushed the price up?
very recent.
It's an auction.
Can I tell you the story of why that happened?
Well, I know the story of why Cigars push the retail Davidoffs,
Okay, yeah.
but that's an auction site.
Okay.
That's
Shall we tell that story here?
It's not need to be
Okay.
tell it. It's not relevant to that. But the auction site, you mind that some very cheap cigars become very expensive because you're bidding versus someone else.
Mm.
And if he's a badass guy, he'll say, I don't care how much I'll pay, that's mine.
Mm.
I have people, I know people going to the auction, they don't care about the price. They say, that's mine.
They just want the
They
cigar.
won until, they bid until they won.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So
So,
if you
there's
end
no
up with
point.
some-
There's no point battling it out with them,
Yeah.
especially if you're trying to get a.
Relatively
Bargain.
cheap.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Okay, so pick your battles in essence. If you're going for vintage
So
Cubans,
yeah, you need to, if someone being on auction, doesn't matter for car, house, cufflinks, watches. If you're on a live auction, you don't know if you're not being, you don't know what's the experience. Trust me, it's the adrenaline and everything, because you're leading into something and in the last moment someone overbid you or something. It's a great experience. But so that's the website for all legit stuff.
can I
You
give?
you won't find fakes or some with cigars which are not in a perfect condition.
No, because Mitchell kind of runs
Yes.
through each and
Yes,
One thing
everything
I know
is
is-
warranted there.
yeah.
If
one,
you buy stuff.
one thing I know about that particular website is that Mitchell personally goes
Yeah.
through every single
Yes.
cigar,
Yes,
and then not just the box. He goes through every single
Mhm.
cigar. So
and they say, let's say, a box of Partagas D4.
Mhm.
They would say 3 of the cigars have a cracks on the foot.
yeah,
1 of the cigars have a crack on the top, or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So they will explain
they
you very well.
always explain it
everything.
carefully. and
It's
clearly.
pricey, but as I say, that's a legit website for auctions.
Yeah.
99% are Cubans. Small amount non-Cubans, but very
Not
small
very, yeah.
amount.
I'll give a quick tip when it comes to auctions, and might sound obvious, but apparently it's not obvious when people get into the auctions. And that is, the best way to go into an auction is always have a price in mind, which is the maximum. I know it doesn't work like that because emotions get into it and this and that,
Yes.
but it doesn't matter what the cigar is. It doesn't matter how badly you want it. If you've got a set price that you don't want to pay more than, walk away. Keep a limit to the price that you want to pay. And if it goes above that, that's not for you. There's always a second chance.
Yeah, it's
There's
a good
always
point.
another opportunity.
Good point. That. Yeah.
Just walk away from that particular thing. Don't let it get to you. It's tough. I get that. It takes a lot of discipline to be able to walk away, especially if it's the kind of cigar that you've been gunning for a little while. It's like, oh, I got to get this. Keep that cap. Keep that high end price, and that way you don't get sucked into that
Yeah.
auction battle.
So that's the website. If anyone wants, you didn't remember the website or anything, text me later on.
Yeah,
some
we'll
of my
put it
social stuff.
in the chat.
There will be a
later on.
lot of websites. So
So if you search up
online cigar auctioner.
yeah, if you
One
just search
word.
up
I'm pretty
cigar
sure that's
auction, it'll be the first link that comes up.
I think it's .com, not UK. So it's a .com
Yeah.
probably. So that's the website where you can buy legit stuff. If you can afford it, go for it. Second one, quite similar. It's a Bond Roberts.
Before you go on to that,
Mace was just asking you about that.
but before you go on to that, quick question about the cigar auction for vintage Cubans. How often do you go on there? How many cigars have you? Do you have an idea of how many cigars you bought on there?
Personally, none.
Personally, none.
None. But I was bidding for a friend, so a few times I buy cigars for a
So
friend.
where do you get your vintage Cubans from then?
Well, stop interrupting me. You might find out in
Well,
the
I'm
next hour.
talking about the vintage Cubans. You moved on to the second one.
No, I'm telling you all the different sources to find vintage Cubans.
Okay, sorry, my apologies. I'll stop interrupting. I'll shut up.
I have few.
Don't make the sound effect again.
So I just tell the legit stuff where you can guarantee you will get the quality and everything.
Yeah.
As I said, I never buy anything for myself just because I discovered the website quite recently. Not recently, but I already was built most of my Cuban stuff and I don't really need to spend that money on the Cubans.
You knew about that website anyway, didn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the first website that comes up when you search for it.
So the second source for the Cubans is Bond Roberts. Bond Roberts is a relatively new site.
UK based?
No. The price is in dollars.
Okay.
But the sellers are everywhere in the world.
Okay.
People in Australia, in China, in Germany, or whatever.
Have you bought any cigars from here?
Personally, no. But I know a guy which bought a lot of cigars from there. The problem there, it's every day have like 7-8 lots.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a eBay type of auction.
Yeah.
With set time.
Yeah.
So you need to start bidding, the highest bidder get them. So you can find some limitadas there. Some of the cigars are new, 2 years old, 5 years old, but some of the stuff are 20 years old, 30 years old. Only Cubans, full boxes, part boxes, bundles of 5, of 10, of 17 or whatever. People recommend it. I think as well they have the ways to check about the legitimate stuff. You know, you need to be a trusted seller in some way.
Yeah.
You need to be known in the industry. So some of the biggest collectors start buying cigars from there, and if they buy, so that's mean probably the stuff are you. I won't talk much about Bond Roberts. As I say, I never use it. I knew it. I always look at the stuff there. I don't know why I'm looking at it, because I used to know. I want to know what's the price usually for some of the vintage stuff.
Yeah. So are you just using that site as a way to kind of get a gauge on what the prices should be, or what the prices are going for?
Yes, and especially if I find
worldwide market.
If I find some box on other sources, just to compare if they not charge me too much for something if I want to buy it. Then we go into the interesting stuff. The first website I'll mention, it's called The Sale Room.
The
High Tech Sale Room.
Do you want to quickly search that up, Alex?
Or if you type just sale room in Google.
This is the sale room.
Yeah, the sale room. It's a very interesting site. Combine almost every small, medium, large size of auction houses in UK. There are a lot. There are more than 500 auction houses in UK. That website is predominantly for vintage stuff, furnitures, lighters, ashtrays, everything, you name it. Yeah. Alcohol is there. From time to time, you can see there's cigars popping up in some of the auctions. The easiest way, in my opinion, is just type cigar into the search engine, and relatively around 180 lots coming up all the time. But that's lots which contain the word cigar in them. So you can have a cigar lighter, cigar ashtray, cigar box, cigar humidor, and cigars. I buy a lot of stuff from that website. As I say, the good thing is you can, all the 99% of the auctions are in UK, so you can arrange a viewing date. All the auction house provide viewing date, so you can literally go and see the cigars. You can go touch them, see are they dry out, legit or anything.
So you've got access to be able to view them properly before you purchase them.
Yes. Some of the auction houses keep history where they get the cigars.
Yeah.
Usually, most of the stuff going on the website for house clearances. Someone die, his family sell his stuff. That's website where I bought the Harold Wilson stuff.
The what?
There was a Harold Wilson's auction, the cigars from the Harold Wilson Prime Minister.
Oh yeah.
That's the website where I bought mine. So there was a specific auction related only with the Harold Wilson personal belongings, books, pens, suits, pictures, name it. And there was a lot of cigars. That was the website where I get them. And You have nothing guarantee there, so they're not guarantee quality. They're not guarantee are they smokable. They don't guarantee anything. You need to take the risk. But there's a lot of stuff, and
so
they're way
that's
cheaper.
why they give you the opportunity to go in, have a look at the cigars in person, feel it, touch it.
No, they have an opportunity to look. You have an opportunity to look at everything.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Not on cigars. That's an auction house. That's how they work.
Yeah. But I mean, like, because we're talking about cigars, you have the opportunity to go and check the cigars and everything. And
the problem
like you
is
said,
the
risk
cigars.
is on you.
The cigars are all over the UK. The auction house all over the UK. So I'm not going to check cigars in Yeovil.
No, of course not. Yeah.
Yeovil is 11 hours from here, so I'm not going to check the cigars there. But if you're local, it's your local auction. I know all my locals to me. Every time they have cigars, I'm going and check them. Even if I not buy them, I might have someone which will be interested to buy them, and I can guarantee they are real or something.
Yeah.
So that is the first website. As I say, type. Also, I can say
And
if you're looking,
you bought
I bought a lot of stuff. Constantly
of
buy stuff from there.
Constantly.
That's my number one source for cigars in UK.
Is that? Would you say that that's been a big help towards developing your collection?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not? You know, the Cuban stuff, the most rare stuff. No, I would say some of the decent Cubans I have. Yes, the rare stuff are not from here.
The rare stuff are what gave you the name Widow Collector.
Well, might have some box from here, but yeah, I can give you an example.
Go on.
One of the interesting boxes I have, I bought a box of Punch Swiss Edition 2007, full box. One of the cigars have a crack. It was smokable, I smoke it, for £100. That was about 2 years ago. £100, I even didn't look at the cigars. I say I'm gonna pay £100, I will take the risk. The cigars are amazing.
What?
They was in a perfect condition. And
regional edition
Swiss Punch, yeah. I think it's a Robusto or something like that. And because
how many were there?
A full box 25, one with damage.
You got a 25 box of Swiss regions for 100 quid.
Yes. And because it was in Bristol, and I have a friend living in Bristol, and I say, can you go and collect them?
Yeah.
And I meet with my friend like a week later. So he collect them. I bring them on the, we've been on an event on a Herf. He bring the cigars, and even on the event, there was a people which was ready to pay to give me £700 for that. I didn't sell them, I keep them myself. You know,
why?
Why not? No, because
7 times the amount, man, immediately.
Because I was already into a decent collection, and I don't need to sell them. I wasn't buying them for selling them. But yeah, that's an example for the Harold Wilson stuff. You know, Harold Wilson is an ex-prime minister, profound cigar smoker, and I ended buying 8 boxes of Romeo and Julieta. And
which kind?
Churchill, Deluxe #1 tubed, which are not for sale for a while.
Yeah.
I buy a half box of Monte A. I buy a box of Thompson Americans. I buy a few Villager boxes.
You got Monte A's?
Yeah. Monte A, I pay $150 for half box of Monte A's.
That's good.
From the 1970s.
That's really good.
But how I buy 8 boxes of Romeo and Julieta? Because I wasn't able to do on the live auction. I was busy with something.
Yeah.
And I want to buy one at least. And I place on the 8 boxes £120. And I won all of them.
No one bid on it?
No one bid on them.
No one bid on them. So it's those types of cigars which a lot of people generally tend not to bid on. The kind of cigars like the Deluxe 8, which are still...
And that's mid-80s.
Exactly.
Deluxe #1 is like Lonsdale.
Yeah.
Tubed.
Yeah.
In amazing condition. Nothing wrong with them.
They're great cigars.
Great cigars.
They're great cigars.
I have only 1 box left now, but I smoke almost 1 box, gave few to a friend's birthday presents and stuff like that. It was a yeah.
Before we continue with the video, how's your cigar?
Not bad, not strong. I expect to be very strong. Start very picky, strongy, but now it's alright. Very white ash. I am pretty sure that's Dominican or very mineral tobacco in there. You can see white, pure white ash. Not really often seen that in Oveja Negra cigars. It's alright. I would say it's not the best cigars I've smoked, but it's not disappointing by any means.
This is really good. This is really nice. The Hoyo de Nicaragua.
Little bit light for me at that.
This one?
Yeah.
It is light. It's very light, and that's why I'm enjoying the heck out of it. Flavors are really good though. I'm really enjoying this cigar. You know, I think I need to get a lot more of these. These are really good. You liked it.
What are you both smoking again?
I'm smoking the Joya de Nicaragua Numero Uno. So, New World cigar for once. And this is really good. Very, very light in terms of strength. Easy smoke. Beautiful flavors. Like, it's almost, and you might disagree with me on this one, but it's almost got like a Cubanish type flavor profile.
Mm. Yeah.
It's very, like, the woody, earthy flavors. It's very reminiscent of a Cuban cigar.
I'm smoking a cigar called Coloring Project Grey. There's a few different colors. That's Grey, Robusto, made by Uvea Negra and James Brown for Cigar Federation guys. It's quite a boutique brand, and yeah, only 1,000 packs made 3 or 4 years ago, maybe less.
Alex is smoking a Hoyo San Juan. How you finding it?
It's alright. Wants to burn down the middle there.
It's because you lit it wrong.
No, it's not.
Don't blame the cigar. You screwed up.
I didn't light it wrong.
No, I'm messing, man. Oh, this has got some text on the back.
Yeah.
I don't know if that comes up. Does that come up?
Yeah.
It does. Can they see? Kinda.
It's small. Now it's dark.
Yeah, it's dark.
What does it say?
Read it.
I don't know, man. It says Numero Uno was originally blended for world leaders and top-ranked government officials. That's why it was made for people who aren't generally cigar smokers. It's true though, right? It's made for people who aren't generally full-on cigar smokers but want to smoke a cigar on occasions. That's why it's really light in terms of strength, very easy to smoke, but beautiful flavors. This is a really good cigar.
Carry on.
Carry on. Yeah. Actually, wait. Are these available to purchase? Like
Yes.
regular? Yeah.
In cigars, yes.
Okay. Are they on cigars?
Yes.
Really? Okay, I'm buying these.
They cost more than the Cubans.
Do they?
Mm.
Serious?
Mm.
How much are they?
25, 6 pounds probably.
Serious?
Mm.
What about
That's a
elsewhere?
premium line. That's the Obras selection. All the Obras selection is not cheap.
Oh yeah, because it's got that Oberus, the gold thing.
Obras selection is that one. 5 decades, 4 decades, and I think there's one more. or
This is a
maybe I'm-
badass cigar. I'm not gonna
Mm.
lie. This is a very
They're
good
all
cigar. What about in
long
US?
guitars.
How much are they in US?
They're not cheap in US as well.
Really?
Yeah, probably $15, $16.
Damn. Oh. Disappointed about the price. I mean, I'm not disappointed about the price because I get it. I get why it's pricey. But this is good. I should have reviewed this. Oh well. Okay, go on. Carry on.
So, we get the first website. Second website I'll mention, it's very surprising. It's eBay. Yeah.
Tell them
many
about
people-
eBay.
eBay. First of all, eBay doesn't allow people to post tobacco products, cigars, pipe tobacco, cigarettes. But eBay time of reaction is at least 12 hours to 36 hours.
Yeah.
So literally you can post an advert selling behike, whatever, talismans, and eBay will remove the advert, but not in the first 12 hours. So if you check regularly, every 5 minutes, you might find some interesting stuff there.
You can't put notifications on for tobacco.
Yeah, you can put cigar notification, but the notification is like once in a day.
Yeah.
So they already will be removed.
Yeah.
You need to, as I say, all that searching for weird stuff, it's a lot of time consumption.
Yeah.
So you need to regularly check about cigars. In UK,
So are you on the UK version of eBay, by the way?
hold on.
Okay, got
So ebay.co.uk, that's the UK version. I found interesting stuff there, but also no guarantee what they are. Usually every time when you found something, contact the seller, ask him much information as possible, pictures, bottom, side, inside, everywhere. A lot of people say, I have them from my granddad, from my dad, my ex-husband passed away, blah, blah, blah. They all say they are very perfect condition, but not all the time.
Yeah.
But you can find nice, interesting stuff. My last scope from the UK eBay was about a few months ago. Diplomaticus number 3, full box. I pay £4 per cigar.
Wow.
That's what the guy wants for them.
There is one thing on eBay though, right? You know, the cliche. Yeah, everything's in perfect condition. Everything on eBay is in perfect condition.
Honestly, the 2 of the cigars was cracked, but the guy told me, say, I'm not gonna charge you for that because they were cracked. And I tried to get them for £3, but he said no, 4 is a good price. I said, okay, I'll pay double on that even, but that's another point.
He was giving it for 4 and you're like, can I have it for 3?
Of course, man. Hustler is a hustler. You won't change the hustler.
Can I have it for 3, please?
You need to negotiate, man. But there's other ways to find cigars in eBay. So usually when you find people selling humidors, not retailers, someone which like have
second-hand humidors and stuff
second-hand humidors, worth to try to ask them, do you have any cigars for sale? Sometimes people pop up with cigars, like they, make the collection smaller or grow up in the collection, and they might sell you some stuff which even not in UK. They get them from holidays and stuff. Well, not the fake Cubans, obviously, but you need to be careful. If they say yes, I have. There's a lot of potential problems there, where basically negotiation they will look to be through PayPal, friends and family, which you have no guarantee of the money.
Yeah.
It's a little bit risky, but if you want to do it, try. So eBay is one of the sources. Not many often, I would say less and less pop up in eBay. And I know at least few people like me which scooping in eBay constantly. I do
have a suggestion for, PayPal when people suggest friends and family. If you want the security, sometimes it's worth
pay more.
Pay more.
Yes.
Just tell them I will cover the fees.
Yes,
it's worth doing that.
Yes. Anyway, eBay is a great source, but not many popping up in the UK eBay.
Good question about eBay.
Yeah.
Andre was asking, how about sealed boxes seen as collector's items, like not for consumption? Is that possible? Is that
yes. But also eBay take them down.
Oh.
So eBay take them down as well in UK. Let's go for the other countries, because I don't know how people are familiar with eBay. eBay is very interesting site because you have like 40 different versions. Even the mobile version is different than the desktop.
Yeah, of course.
So every big country have his own version. So you have eBay Germany, eBay France, eBay.com, which is the US one.
Yeah.
UK, eBay Australia, eBay Netherlands, China, all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And if the people post in that regional versions, or if they post they not ship out of the country, you won't be able to see them. You need to go in that website.
Yeah.
Let's say ebay.de, which is the German one, one of my favorite ones, because Germans allow posting tobacco. There's even retailers selling tobacco in Germany, in eBay. eBay is absolutely allowed. Germany allowed eBay to sell in tobaccos.
Really?
Yes. And a lot of stuff there. The problem there is how you're going to bring it to UK. But if you're in Germany, some people might be in Germany, obviously if you're not in Germany, change your VPN. Get a VPN with the German numbers.
Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. VPN Germany.
Yes.
Done. Yeah.
Get the VPN with German address. Put your own address German one. If you don't have German address, Google some coffee in Berlin. Get the address from Google. Type that as your address, just to able to see the local adverts. Because sometimes there is an option eBay show you only if you're in the country.
Yeah.
Type that one, change your address, and type on German, not on English. Let's say cigars on German as Zigaren. Don't type cigars because Google the algorithm on eBay not gonna pick almost anything.
So you have to pay Zigaren. Yeah.
So type that Cigaren, and same thing with France. And that is the only two eBays which basically you can find stuff. I tried Italy. Italy is illegal to sending tobacco, so nobody sells tobacco in eBay. Netherlands, there's not much in Netherlands. I try Australia, same thing. I try China. It's weird with the Chinese alphabet. Sometimes I can't pick them there. So my sources, Germany and France, probably the most interesting cigar.
In France, you can sell tobacco on eBay.
I'm not entirely sure, but there's always cigars for sale in eBay in France.
Interesting.
Not often as Germany, but some of the interesting stuff I get, they were from France. I get, for example, Ramon Iones LCGH 2 boxes for €120.
The superiors?
Something like that, Lonsdale or something, yeah. That was one of the latest purchase. And Germany, I get Cuban Davidoffs from Germany, normal Davidoffs, Categorizing, name something. My valuable cigars are probably from Germany, from eBay.
Interesting. So is that something where you buy cigars quite often then, from eBay?
Well, I have friends in Germany, and they help me as well with the communication and stuff. And yeah, not most often, but let's say how often? Once in a few months, something pop up in Germany. The last box I get from Germany was month ago, the Partagas Perfectus. I show you the box.
Yeah. I saw
60 quid, box of 25, mid 70s.
Wow.
Cigars are in very good condition. The
All
problem
in,
is
all in the cellars. Yeah.
The cells, I've seen them. Only one cracked cigar, but they doesn't look dry. They're in the humidor now, but they doesn't look bad. I'm maybe because of all that experience with shitty cigars, I'm able even when I see the cigar to tell you that cigar is dry out and not getting back when I see it. And there was this, but that was Germany Bay was also the source to find the bumblebees. You know, not the bumblebees, the what is it called? The bugs, the unicus with the bugs. They was from Germany as well. So that is the other
But that's
source.
the seal box. So with the seal box, that's the tough one, isn't it? You can't really tell until you get it.
Yeah. And another few websites we can do the same thing. That's a Gumtree and Spock. That's it. The same way as the eBay. But they removed the sales, tobacco sales in the first 24 hours. If you're lucky, you might scoop something from there. Actually, in Gumtree, back in the time, I found a guy selling full box of Fuente God of Fire, 5 cigars. There was some limited edition. I contact him, and now that guy, every month I buy cigars from him. Without posting anywhere. We just exchange contacts. I buy that cigars for a friend. We exchange, and he sell me some of the most weird New World stuff. He get them from the States. Basically, the guy traveled to the States every few weeks. He brings stuff from there, and he's a collector. He's selling me only full boxes, but weird stuff like Tatuaje Monsters. I have a weird sampler of cane with some Lanceros in there. It's an interesting guy. So quite often I text him and say, do you have anything interesting from your collection? He told me that he have like probably 7,000-8,000 cigars. Yeah. So he's a big collector.
So I guess one of the key things that I think need to be mentioned is the fact that one of the reasons why you have such a huge collection of cigars is because you don't have a particular kind of cigar that you only purchase. You don't go for just vintage Cubans. You don't go for just
whatever is available
cigars or just X New World cigars. You will go for any cigar you haven't tried or any cigars that you like.
I've seen many times on auctions in some of those websites like Churchill's, Romeo and Julieta Churchill. Sure, I don't go for them. I don't need them.
No.
I don't want to make the hassle, and if they are damaged or something, to be just spend money for something which I don't need. I go for cigars which are interesting for me, which I found rare. I want to smoke them. I want to try them.
So it's something that you haven't. So that's one of the key things. I think a lot of people kind of whenever they purchase cigars, they will only purchase things that they know that they like.
There's a people which when they post an advert, when they take it down on the advert, the eBay or whatever website, the people decide to be a little bit more clever, and they doesn't put the name cigar into on the advert. They put Cohiba, Monte Cristo, Bolivar. They just put the name. Which is another way to looking for cigars. Yeah. If you have more time, everything is time consuming. If you have more time, because I can tell you in Germany Bay, if you type Cigaren with the German IP, German address, there's at least 35,000 adverts.
Wow.
Cigars, maybe 50. Everything else is pipes, cutters, lighters,
accessories, and that kind of stuff.
Boxes, humidors, everything else. Because it's, as I say, a lot of retailers are available there. You might find a shop which posts 700 humidors. You've seen them if you type Cigaren. Yeah. That's the bad point. But as I say, if you're clever enough, you might find your way.
You'll start kind of narrowing down your searches.
Yes.
But that takes time and experience,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to get familiar with these types of websites, and you got to build a
Say,
profile.
I've been familiar with that kind of websites before that, when I was scooping for accessories, hats and stuff like that. And I already know how they work, what's the idea behind them, the algorithm, the booleans they use. And I just carry on using them with the different words because of the, cigars and stuff. So that are probably the biggest sources to find Cubans, old Cubans.
Yeah.
You never know what is there. I always say,
But
I will say it for numbers of time, be cautious that potentially everything you buy will be not smokable or damaged or wrong or anything. So you need to be ready to bin that money you spend.
But just to kind of say, you can also purchase a lot of New World cigars from eBay.
Not many New Worlds in eBay.
No?
No. Nobody's selling New Worlds. In Germany, you might. I buy for 5 years. I buy 5 or 6 times New Worlds collection.
So where are you getting your New World cigars from then?
That's another part of the game.
Okay. Well, before we get into that, are there any questions that we should be looking at?
There was one, actually.
Go on.
What do you think of the Cabinetta from Hoya? Jim was saying he had one once, but he was too pissed to remember what it was like.
Cabinetta,
I haven't tried that.
Cabinetta is interesting cigar because it's a 2 colors cigar. The bunt, so basically the first third of the cigar is dark, and the last 2/3 are light.
Cuban?
No.
Ah.
Hoya de Nicaragua Cabinetta.
Oh, Hoya de Nicaragua. Okay,
so
when you said
the
Hoya,
bunt, the bunt is literally covering the way that 2 pieces coming together.
Yeah.
And what they did, they make the whole cigar Maduro, and they cover the bottom part with Connecticut. And I don't like the bottom part.
Why don't you just take that part?
No,
and
you
wrap
can't,
it?
man.
You can't. Okay.
No, you can't. You need to smoke it. Literally, the interesting part come in when you go to the Maduro.
Oh, I see.
But you need to smoke like 2/3 of the cigar to become interesting for me. That's my opinion on the Cabinetta. It's an interesting conception.
What's the dimensions?
Oh, there's in Urubu. There's a.
Oh, there's multiple. It's like a
Yes,
series
yes.
of cigars. It's not
Yes.
one. Okay.
That's one of the budget lines. Hoya Cabinetta. It's not my cigar. As I say, people like them. I think Juan Martinez, the owner of Hoya, is one of his favorite cigars. He loves them. It's not mine.
No, this is one of the nicest New World cigars I've smoked in a very long time.
Hoya make really a lot of cigars in your palate.
I found the last couple of Hoyas I smoked, they were a bit harsh.
What do you smoke?
I can't remember. I'm not very good with the Hoya names. I'm going to be honest with you.
I don't know. Hoya, the only harsh I smoked was the red. Was the problems with that I smoke. Last night I smoked a black on the event. We have a tasting event last night and we smoked Hoya black. It's one of my favorite Hoyas. Hoya black. Cheap, always decent, tasty.
Strength?
It's very dark but it's not so strong.
Okay.
It's tasty.
Yes, man. That's really good.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Where do you want me to dig in?
Okay.
We know about the old Cubans.
So, okay, we've talked about Cubans. Let's go into the New World, because that's where you're purchasing. That's basically what you're purchasing at the moment, right? Or what you have been. New World cigars have been what you've been purchasing for a while now. You're not that interested in Cubans at the moment.
Yeah.
You're kind of satisfied with the Cubans that you've got. So, what kind of New Worlds are you going for? Where, how, when, how much?
New Worlds. It's very hard. The problem is New Worlds, first of all, you need to know what you want to buy. Trust me, that's mean a lot of reading, a lot of forums, a lot of people like Half Wheel, like Coop, Cigar Coop.
Why are New Worlds so hard when there's so many of them?
Exactly, because there's so many.
Oh,
you can buy, I don't want to buy Perdomo, I don't want to buy aging rooms. I have enough of them. I don't want to buy normal stuff. I want to buy black label special releases. I want to buy Ezra Zions. I want to buy cigars which are released for event only, that kind of cigars. That's what I want to buy.
Okay, but that's the stage that you're at. How did you get to that stage? You gotta purchase all the others first, right? So how did you purchase all the All the ones that you've got.
from the shops.
Is that what you've done? You've just kind of purchased it from stores and local?
Yeah, buy samplers from the shops, from Germany, from everywhere when I go abroad. I buy new cigars which I haven't smoked. Netherlands, amazing place to buy Nicaraguan cigars. There's a shop called Cigaragua.
Yeah.
It's one of the biggest Nicaraguan selection out of US. You just go in there and amount you want to spend, you spend it on a different cigars. They have like probably 15,000 different cigars there.
Yeah.
So try different
who's the
stuff.
owner of that guy? What's his name again? Sasha, that's it.
So try the normal stuff, and then when you go more into the new world, you start following a lot of producers, what they release. They say we're releasing that cigar now, special edition, limited edition, whatever, for event, TPI, PPI, all kind of weird shows in the States, and you want to get them. That's what I want, the limited stuff.
Sasha's a bit of a hothead, isn't he?
I nothing bad in Sasha. Sasha is not bad guy.
He's a cool guy, but
Yes.
Why
Why are we talking for Sasha? Why are we talking for Sasha now?
No, I just find him. He's an interesting dude.
That's a person which smoke only one cigar.
What does he smoke?
Oliva.
Really?
Yeah. Oliva make a special size for him.
But he's got like.
Okay.
Every.
He don't like them.
Does he?
Yeah, he like Fuente from time to time and Oliva. Oliva make him a special size nub. Oliva nub.
Really?
Yeah.
So they made the nub for him.
The nub Oliva, not the nub.
Oh, so they
Oliva
made
V nub size.
So they made a new nub for him.
Yeah, they make the Oliva V in a size of nub, which is like 4x60 or something like that.
Can you buy them, or is it just for him?
Yes. Well, I'm pretty sure you can buy them now.
Okay.
But I think it's very limited and it's mostly for him and his shop. So not many shops selling them in the States. But
so he only likes Oliva. I love Olivas.
Yeah, you like them. I not.
I think me and him might get along.
So yeah, the new worlds. First, you need to know what you want to buy.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff? Because I can show you, even now in my humidor, I'll show you 3 cigars. You have no idea what they are.
Yeah, of course.
And you're not going to be interested to buy them. Buy them because they're very limited and not easy to find. And that's what I'm looking for.
So you're going for like the boutique stuff.
Yes.
And
to be able to buy a boutique.
But let's before we get into the boutique stuff, because the boutique stuff is very like it's kind of the advanced level, right?
I don't know, maybe.
It is. I mean, let's be honest about it. It's kind of the advanced stuff. But let's go into like the more easy stuff. The stuff that most people know about. Do you ever get those at like stupid prices, or do you just pay the store prices for them?
No, store prices.
Really?
Yes.
Is it because they're quite difficult to get? Well, I guess you can't get them in auctions, can you? You can't get them. Most people aren't going to have them.
You can. There's a few auctions in the States, like Cigars Unlimited, Cigars International, Cigars.com, Famous, whatever.
But they're only US based.
Exactly.
You can't purchase
There's
them.
no.
Unless.
Well, yeah, you can. You with a VPN, you can buy.
You can if you purchase them and have it delivered to a US address.
Yes.
Yeah. But you need a US debit card as well.
Well, the people maybe from US, the viewers and the watchers, so they might want to buy it if they're in US.
That's true. That's very true.
So if you're in the States, you need a US credit card, US address. You can buy as much as you want. You can buy bundles of 20 Melanio V for 40 quid. But you need to be in US. I'm not interested in that cigars. I just give an example. That some silly auctions there which literally wants to get rid of the stock because they have warehouses full of stocks and they want the new stuff and they don't have where to put them.
Yeah. Does that happen quite often?
All the time.
Really?
Cigars.com every day have like 5,000 lots. Every day.
Cigars.com is
well, Cigars International or whatever.
I see. Sorry,
one of those auctions which you need VPN.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. No, because
they have thousands of lots every day.
Yeah.
You can find some interesting stuff from there. Most of them are crap cigars, factory smokes, infused stuff. But you can find Foundation from time to time. You can find Hoya.
Do you ever purchase from those auctions?
No.
No?
I don't need to buy from them. I don't need 20 Olivas. I don't need 20 Perdomos. I need one to try it. I don't need 20. Why I should buy from them?
Okay, fair enough.
So boutiques, let's get into the boutiques.
Boutiques is hard. First of all,
you need to know what you're purchasing, why, and whatever, and so on and so forth.
Once you found what you want to purchase, you need to find very few shops which selling them. Then start talking with the shops in Facebook, in Instagram, start becoming a friend with the owners, and they can find you some exclusive stuff. So I would say one of the most interesting shops and you can find stuff. It's called Sir Louis Cigars.
So who?
Sir Louis.
Could you spell that for Alex?
Sir Louis.
Sir Louis.
Sir Louis, yeah.
L-O-U.
I don't know. I can't spell it, but it's not. There is no website. It's in Instagram.
Oh,
so
it's an Instagram.
Contact him in Instagram. He will ship you cigars everywhere, and his stuff there. Trust me, he have one of the most crazy selection. You
So
can
he's
find
all
on boutique
boutique stuff.
From Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Sir Louis on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Have you found it?
On Facebook.
Oh.
And he has a website.
Oh, okay. I never use the website. I just
Nope, coming soon.
Coming soon.
so in Instagram
So
he always show
you can just
every
put up the Instagram in
every
the comments
single
or something.
day. He posts up what he have new one, and some of the stuff he have like Categorizing, Nomad. They release like every cigar in 300 pieces, and he have like 5 bundles.
Wow.
So he's very into the boutique stuff. Small Batch is another website. Small Batch Cigars, they have on the website. They have a crazy amount of selection as well. Andres know them very well. They're decent guys, but also need to be in the States for them. But basically, Scallywag Cigars, they're very boutique ones. Cigar Federation, Ezerza, Nomads, all kind of stuff. You just need to start communicating with them, see what they can offer as interesting cigars, what stuff they get new. When you become friend with them, they just literally text you, oh, I have that one, do you want some? I have that one, do you want some? That kind of stuff. But basically, you need to make a lot of contacts in the States. And then they have like Facebook pages, like all their followers in the Facebook. You can contact some of the members there if they post something and say, oh, where did you get that one? Can I buy 2 or 3 from you? And that's how some of the people can make you good bundles for good money. Not gonna be cheap, not retail, not cheap as a half price or anything, but it's impossible to find them anyway.
Yeah.
So that's how you get that kind of stuff.
The kind of stuff that you can't buy in store and so on and so forth. Yeah. Interesting.
Everything is a lot of time consuming.
So let's go through like some of the advice points that you'd give. So you've kind of covered some of the advice already in what you've been talking about, right? But let's just run through like just in a bit of a summary. Advice.
Biggest advice, start reading.
Where would you
cigars.
start reading? Where?
Everywhere.
Where would you start?
About interesting non-Cuban cigars, Half Wheel. It's one of the best websites to read about the new releases. Get subscription to the emails. Ministry of Cigars. Ferdinand make a great job with the new releases. Cigar Coop, William Cooper. Interesting stuff. I don't read the reviews. I don't care about the reviews.
Yeah.
But every day they release a newsletter with the new releases announced. And Instagram.
I like Half Wheel. Let me just, before you go into Instagram, let's talk about Half Wheel. Because Half Wheel, I tend to kind of look at the reviews, but are you saying that don't look at the reviews on Half Wheel?
Yeah, I don't care about the reviews.
Okay, so what do you look at on Half Wheel? Because I like that
information about the cigars.
I see.
They have who made the cigar. Let's say today they say that company releasing 2021 special release in that Vitola and that Vitola, that Vitola, in that binder, filler, wrapper, blah blah blah. That kind of information. Also Instagram. Start following all the brands you find nice and people which are behind the brands. You can easily find the information who's behind Drew Estate, who's behind Cavalier, who's behind Nomad, every brand. There's information who's behind the brand. Start following them, and the people, a lot of them are social in Instagram and start posting. Okay, we released that today. Contact them and say, hey man, where I can find that cigars in the States?
Yeah,
they'll give you a bunch of retailers or anything like that. And you just, my advice is start reading about cigars, and once you try something, if you like it, start digging into the brand. What other cigar stuff company? I think Lawrence, if he watches, I don't know, he asked me before the show about one of the American sponge. He showed me 5-6 cigars about in a picture.
Lawrence Gill?
Yeah.
He's gone. It was his birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Lawrence.
So let's say if someone give you a selection with cigars, you try one of them, you like it. Like for example, now you like that Hoya, and if I'm on your place, I'll start reading all different Hoyas, what they produce, and go in the website in Hoya, and see if you can try more which you're gonna like. So that's how you open your palette. Yeah, I start with normal stuff like Oliva, Flor Dominicana, La Aurora. Everyone start with that kind of stuff, and then start digging, and also all of them have exclusive cigars. Don't forget that. So even Oliva have a limited edition cigars.
Yeah, they do, yeah. The limited editions don't look that nice though, Oliva.
Doesn't matter how they look.
No, I'm not saying, you know, obviously you don't buy a cigar based on how it looks. I mean, you do, but you wanna buy cigars based on the construction and the flavor, right? That's the idea behind it. But Oliva limited edition, they don't look as nice as their CVV. I don't get that.
Have you seen the Serie V 9-inch Perfecto?
I haven't seen
I smoked 2 of them. That's one of the best Oliva I smoke.
Ain't nobody got time for that, but
Exactly.
do you need a lighter?
No, I have.
Okay.
Mace was asking how unique in flavour are some of the boutique cigars you buy versus the standard.
Very unique. He'll find out soon.
You'll find out soon.
That sounds like a threat.
No,
It was like a polite. It was a nice.
a few days ago, when the Mace was in Leeds,
Yeah.
I gave him a nice sampler with boutique smokes.
Yeah. What'd you give him?
I forgot. Well, it was a 10 cigars. I don't remember what I gave him.
Mace, send us a picture, man.
But all that 10 cigars are quite boutique. You can't find them. Not. I'm pretty sure if someone tried to make the same sampler, it will take him more than a year.
Yeah.
To create that sampler. And
Is that how long it took you, or did it take you less time to build that sampler?
well, I just take it from my stuff and
I
give
know,
it to
but
him.
you had to buy them, you know, all the different things. So how long did it take you to purchase all of those things?
Some of them maybe a year, more than a year. I don't know. If I just, as I say, it's some of the cigars they are produced like one time only for let's say $50 for an event. How you get in that? From another collector which buy a box and like me not gonna smoke the whole box.
Yeah.
Don't mind sharing with people because a lot of collectors they don't wanna give us good cigars to people which have no idea what they're smoking.
That's true.
You need to ask him specifically, and when they found out that yeah, you actually smoke weird stuff. I have a very good friend actually in UK. He always bring me boutique stuff, which I haven't smoked. So he asked me, "Do you smoke that? Do you smoke that? Do you smoke that?" When I say no, he's like me, quite nerd into the cigars. Last time he bring me like 75 cigars.
Oh yeah, you told me about it.
75
Yeah.
cigars.
He just
I was
turned up
like
with
that.
75.
So imagine if you give me 75 behiques, I would just move them on a side. If you give me that 75 cigars, which none of the cigars cost more than $12, $13.
If someone gave me 75 behigas, I'd just sell them all.
I'm not after that at the moment.
No.
I don't want to, all my cigars I buy them for smoking.
Yeah.
Some friends.
But that's what I mean. If I had 75 behigas, I would just sell them.
Share some with friends to enjoy them and everything. But if you back on the advice, start reading about cigars. At least for me, more digging will make me more interesting. That's how I met a lot of people from the industry. If they have an event around, just go and see them. Start talking with the guys from the company, whatever company is it. If you start buying stuff on auctions and stuff, don't overspend. Always, as you advise, think about what kind of money you want to spend. There will be another opportunity for sure in some point where you might find them. And
it's very easy to get sucked into the whole auction.
Yes,
thing.
if you follow my path to go into the eBay stuff, websites, there will be a lot of disappointments. Trust me, there will be a lot of damaged but damaged, not conditioned well cigars which you can't do nothing about. I mean, you just have them as a pictures.
Question from me.
Go on.
Is there kind of, if you're new to perhaps partly new to cigars but also new to buying them in auctions and not from straight up retailers, are there perhaps some sort of safe bets you might look for, or
Safe bets in what? In a quality stuff.
Oh yeah, in like.
Yeah, if you buy from
like
decent auctions, everything is safe. Like as I say, cigars auction.
It's a bit pricey though.
Yeah, but that's a safe
bet.
That's the safe bet.
Yeah.
Even if you're states, if you buy the new worlds from the auctions, well, they have a customer service.
Yeah.
If this, I have a subscription to one of the boutique brands, which every month they send me 5 cigars. Once, few months ago, 2 of the cigars was damaged.
Yeah.
With the shipping, transport, I contact the guy, say, look guys, I received the cigars, 2 of them have a damage on the cap. It's not what I pay, it's a shop basically. They say, no a problem, I'll send you 3 cigars. So they send me, I have 2 damaged, I have 2 damaged, they send me 3, another 3 cigars.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of, you pay a little bit extra, but you've got that security.
Yes.
And that's the same with the UK Cuban auctions.
Perhaps if you're not looking at the safe sites, so to speak, and you're trying to branch out into the riskier areas of collection, is there anything worth searching for that is usually okay, or is that not really a...
Don't go for Cohiba. I always say that. Never go for Cohiba.
Basically, yeah,
I don't go for Cohiba. I don't go for Cohiba. If I see Cohiba, I just carry on. I even didn't stop to look at the pictures.
Yeah.
I just carry on.
I'll look at the picture just to kind of like see what it's about because I'm interested. But
No. Don't go for Cohibas.
No. Yeah, that's a good rule. That's a good rule.
And always, if you're not sure, ask for more pictures. If the guy is some suspicious person which is fake, he won't send you pictures. You know, you need to be certainly sure. There's a few websites where you can see the box codes, you know, like the cigar brands.com, I think is the Min Romney after when he released his book. A guy in Australia make the website with all the information from the book, where you can see the different packages, which year is what kind of package, and sometimes when you buy a box, you know, when you see someone selling a box in websites, check the Cubans you can verify with the Habanus, you know, the website of the verification where you can type the number,
if
the
it
serial
works
number.
anyway.
It works always. You need to use a normal browser.
I've used normal browsers. It doesn't work all the time. This cut is so.
If you go for New World, there's no fakes in the New World. Yeah. I know there's a fake Fuentes and Padrons. I never seen one, because maybe I'm not a massive Fuente and Padron fan. I don't even look for them. People ask me for Padrons. I smoke only few Padrons. Now I have 3 from the expensive lines, so I smoke them at some point.
You should. They're actually really good.
But there is no fakes in Oliva. There is no fakes in most of the any other New World brands. So
I think eventually we probably will see. We probably will start seeing fakes for those brands as well. You think?
Not in Europe.
No, not in Europe. In America, yeah, because 80% of the cigars are going there.
Speaking of America, perhaps we've got a commenter here, Felipe, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. He's from America and has never smoked a Cuban because he can't get his hands on one.
Canada, you go to Canada.
Join in a lot of Facebook groups in America, and you can find a lot of people might be able to sell you some Cubans.
It's a bit risky if you're in America to try and buy Cubans from
20% of the Cubans are in America. I can find you any Cuban you want in America.
Yeah, I know, but it's still a bit...
Make a contact.
Yeah.
Join a groups, but not a big groups like 10,000 people, 50,000. Join a small groups of cigar smokers. Start communicating with them, going on events, live, Zooms with them.
What's that Facebook group? The Bazaar? Would you recommend that one?
No.
No? Any reason why you wouldn't recommend it?
You can't go there.
Okay. I think if you're in the States, my personal thoughts on this one, I think if you're in the States, you're probably better off making that trip to Canada and purchasing from there. Because in Canada,
the prices are more than UK.
It's not. It's less expensive than UK, but it's still very expensive.
Gavin says that Reddit is actually a good place to find them as well.
Is it?
Never find anything on Reddit, so.
Cuban cigars subreddit. They even guarantee delivery if your cigars are seized by customs.
I'll have a look on that. It's a new. You see, there's a new thing every day. So I haven't think for Reddit. I hate Reddit. I don't like the idea of the Reddit. So
yeah, Reddit just kind of it just grates me a little.
Recently, I found a cigar forum, like the UK cigar forum. You've seen that?
I've seen that, but I haven't been in
I found the US one, and I've seen people selling cigars, but that's like one-off thing. You know, like once in 3 months. There's a website called, what was the name? They sell in every day few boxes, mostly Fuentes there. It's an auction site, mostly with Fuente, but they're crazy expensive. A friend of mine buy these, make a good deal on LFD cabinet selection.
Yeah.
Back in the time, very old, but since then nothing interesting popping there. I've checked in regularly. There's very few boxes every day. I forgot the name. If someone is very interested in that, I need to find out the name. It's on my computer, and I can give you the name.
But I will say Canada is less expensive than UK, but still pricey. But it's less expensive than UK.
Yeah, they have the blind packaging.
Oh yeah.
I'm not buying cigars from there even if they're free.
Oh.
So that's
I hate that.
They're not selling cigars on there. They're just directing you to. They're just posting up good places to find them, basically.
Oh, I see. Right, we're getting to a stage where it's question time. How are we looking at questions?
We've got a few.
Yeah, let's run through them.
First of all, espresso martini. Anyone?
I know you guys love them.
Yeah.
Is that a comment about me? Because
No,
okay,
that's
good.
Jim.
Okay, good.
Espresso martini, if it's a good one, is a good one. If it's a bad one, don't go for it.
One from Gavin, which I know the answer to from one of you at least. I'd love to know their opinion on the Coaba brand. People seem to have lots of mixed reviews.
I freaking love Coabas, man.
I haven't
I
seen.
didn't mention how you bought one from a hotel, despite having however many cigars with you at the time.
But I wanted a Coaba. We were at, what was it, Lanesborough?
Yeah, Wolseley.
Something very
No, the
fancy.
Wellesley, yeah, the Wellesley. We were at the Wellesley, and
Way above our pay grade,
it was
or at
expensive.
least mine.
It was expensive.
How much was that Coaba? I know they're very expensive. I didn't check the humidor. How much was it?
36,
36 volt. How much is usually in the?
24 in the UK. I know. But you know what? That was a really nice Coaba. That was a really, really nice Coaba. But one thing I hate about that humidor, when you go in, you can't touch the cigars. I don't like that. I don't like it when humidors have stupid
But for you,
rules
it doesn't matter. Even if you touch them, you still get the plug stuff, man. That's why you like that Coaba, because they choose it for you.
No. He didn't choose it for me. He picked them up, and I said, okay. And then he went.
Do you believe me? If I go in the humidor, and I will be able to touch every single cigar.
Well, you will.
Yeah.
He offered me gloves.
No, I can touch the cigar because you know what, the friend of mine which was with us, he told me that when he go inside to the toilet or whatever, the main guy there asked for my name because he followed me on Instagram. Did he? So yeah, maybe if I go there, he will allow me to touch the cigars.
He said he would have allowed me if I wore some gloves, and I thought, it's just too much hassle. You know, he only had like 5 Coabas anyway, distinguidos, and he picked all 5 up and said, which one do you want? And then I just kind of like thought, okay, that one looks good. Can you just check the pack, make sure it's okay? He checked the pack, and it felt good.
Coaba, I personally don't know a person which don't like them. I don't know where the mixed reviews coming from.
I haven't heard mixed reviews of Coabas.
Yeah.
I've heard
everyone like Coaba if you know them, because
Yeah.
not many people know them, and many. I'll tell you something. Many not experienced smokers wouldn't go for Coaba.
I haven't
looks
seen.
scary
Yeah.
because of the size, the Vitola.
Yeah.
Many people thinking, they don't want to be ashamed if they don't know how to cut and lit the cigar.
It's just normal.
It's normal, but if you're a new smoker and if you always smoke in Cohiba Robusto or whatever
Parejos, yeah.
you get in the diademas and okay, I'm doing now.
The that was huge though. It's freaking huge. But
So,
this
not
thing
diadema, I mean the perfecto. Let's say that way.
Yeah. I know
So you
what
get the
mean.
perfecto and you start thinking, okay, what I'm doing now, is it wrong or bad? That's kind of, if you're a new smoker, that's why they're not the most famous ones.
I think it's just the fact that Coaba is not that famous of a brand. I don't think it's people are intimidated by it.
I like them.
I love them. I'm a big fan of Coabas.
Do the gents have several humidors to store cigars? I'm looking at Ray. Or do you just keep them in the cigar box?
What do you mean keep them in the cigar box?
Do you have several humidors, or do you just keep them in the box?
Yeah, I have a lot of humidors.
Yeah. Ray has a lot of humidors.
He's got a lot of humidors. He's got too many humidors.
Yes.
I have a big cupboard
And really useful boxes.
and a lot of boxes, small humidors, desktop humidors, some in the car.
A lot of those big white boxes as well.
I have Tupperwares because I used to have 2 cabinets, but when I moved my house a year ago,
Yeah, really useful Tupperwares.
Yeah.
when I moved my house, one of the humidors was so big and I just can't be hassled to move it because I convert it was basically cheap drawer I convert into humidor.
Yeah.
I leave it there and I use the Tupperwares until I manage to build my humidor.
Yeah.
Where I can display all my cigars and not need to have 60 different humidors.
But we should point out Ray has a lot of cigars.
Yeah, we're talking a lot.
Not that a lot. Not that much. They always can be more.
No, for you, it's like I could always have more. For
Okay.
us, it's like that's a lifetime worth of cigars there.
Your cigars take up as much room as a piece of furniture.
Or 2 pieces of
No,
furniture.
a big
Two
piece.
pieces of furniture.
Yeah, 2
Well,
pieces of large.
half of them are
furniture.
in the furniture actually. Half of them they're in one of the cupboards.
What is it? You've got something like 3,000, 4,000 cigars?
Not 4. I carry on smoking them.
Yeah. Basically, he's got enough cigars that because I smoke about one a day. Alex smokes about one a week or something.
Let's say with my smoking, if I stop buying today, I have enough for
10 years.
5-6 years.
He's got enough for me for a lifetime.
He's got enough for me for
a couple of lives.
For widow collecting after I'm dead. You've only got one, haven't you?
I've got one desktop humidor. I've got another couple of like smaller desktop humidors, but I don't use them very often. Normally I just kind of keep cigars in their boxes and just put them in like a big plastic bag. Like, you know, one of them sealed bags, I just leave them in that. Yeah, I don't really want to buy more humidors because, I don't know, it's just, every time I think about buying a humidor, I think, I could spend some money on cigars instead. Because you can't smoke the humidor.
One more quick recap, what are we smoking?
I'm smoking the Joya de Nicaragua Numero Uno, which is a beautiful, beautiful cigar. This is a fantastic cigar. I'm really enjoying this one. Definitely want to get more of these. Really mild, like super mild. I mean, mild for me, but in the best way possible. Flavors, oh, so nice. This is one of the best New World cigars. Not the best, but definitely up there in terms of like one of the best New World cigars I've smoked in a very long time.
Coloring Project Grey. That's it.
We'll talk about the cigar.
Did it all already?
I know, but you know, we're just kind of capping it off now.
For storage, is it worth it to invest in a cabinet? I'll start that again. Is
English,
it worth
please.
investing in a cabinet or a big winer door or a big cooler door?
Well, that is the same if you buy a Volkswagen and if you buy a Mercedes. They both do the job. One is more luxury than the other.
Yeah.
Tupperware is a cheap options. You buy a Tupperware for, I don't know, let's say 300, 500 cigars for 20 pounds. Cabinet for 500 cigars is a grand.
Yeah, they're expensive.
If you have the money, they look better in the cabinet.
Yeah.
They're wooden, cedar. Potentially they will age better.
Yeah. But you could fill up a Tupperware with lots of cedar.
I would say if you buy singles cigars,
Yeah.
don't spend on a crazy expensive humidor.
No.
If you buy boxes and you want Cuban boxes, you want to age them, you have the nice boxes and stuff, maybe worth having a nice humidor. But singles, buy some of those drawers.
I don't know. I mean, what about because I personally find that I just keep them in the actual cigar boxes. Shove some Bovida in the Tupperware.
Yeah, but if you buy, when
they age quite nicely in the box.
Well, theoretically yes, but when you start buying samplers to try cigars,
oh yeah,
you buy 50 single cigars.
Yeah. You're right.
Where are you gonna put them?
Yeah, no,
you can use old cigar boxes, stick them in the cigar boxes, and keep them in there. But it's up to the finance.
Yeah, that's true.
Everything in the cigar world with the accessories, the humidor is accessory, come with the money. You can use £2 a lighter. You can use £1,000 a lighter. Do the same job. One is more luxury than the other.
Don't point at me for that, man.
Well, I'm pointing your lighter because I don't have a £1,000 lighter.
I didn't pay for it.
I don't care. It doesn't matter where you come from and something. So do the job. The cutter is the same. You can use £20 cutter. You can use £30, 50 or £1 cutter every 15 cigars you bin it. It's up to the personal choice.
I agree. That is
that do the job. Yours do the job. Alex did the job.
I think one of the things that I like about the cigar industry is there's this, like you said, there's a ritual in terms of how people light their cigars, and some of the luxury items that people use, works well as part of that ritual.
You know what I saw yesterday? I think Andre posted in Instagram. Some shop in Germany, whatever, they make matchstick with the gold matches.
Fuck that.
Well, and the matchstick have 5 sticks. Every stick have a small line inside, so you open the matchstick, 5 sticks lined nicely in their own mold or something. So 5 sticks, but you burn them. They're gold. They're 24 karat gold.
What?
So wooden
gold
piece, gold leaf around the. Why you have that? Probably it cost, I don't know, £500. I didn't see the price. Why you have that one?
Actually,
you
do know
burn
what?
it.
No, wait. Actually, that's quite nice. That sounds
Okay.
quite nice.
Yeah, but you're gonna use it. So it's depend how much money you want to spend for crazy stuff. You might buy, you know.
Hey, you know, some people use $100 bills to light their cigars.
The French knives, the one you have here.
Yeah.
So that is what, £150 knife.
190.
Okay, 190.
Damn.
But they have a 10k knife,
Yeah.
10,000 euro knife. It's exactly the same knife, just they claim to be on the moon. They put it on one of the spaceships.
Well, Le Finlam have a
Yeah.
£1,000 cutter.
They have 10,000 pound cutter.
Forget that.
They claim that cutter being put on the ship, on one of the ships, the spaceships, when they go to the moon or whatever, and come back, and the knife being on the moon and test and cost 10,000.
Mate, I'd rather buy a Hasselblad for that.
So it's
Hasselblad's been on the moon.
Yeah, that one wouldn't be 10 grand though.
but the knife is the same as yours. You know, it's 190, 200 pounds knife, just because being out there and back, it costs 10 grand.
Forget that, man.
So if you have the money, go for it.
I do like the idea of the gold matches. Though. Now that you mentioned it, now that I
Literally
think about it,
burning gold.
I know, but there's something quite. Oh, there's something quite nice about that.
I guess you can't burn money anymore because it's all plastic. So.
You can if you you can burn American money, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Plenty of Zimbabwean or whatever. they have like
Here is a $1 trillion note.
$1 trillion, which costs like
How much is it
70.
worth? About 3 pence.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get loads of Zimbabwe notes. Could do that on a hearth. Any other questions?
No, Jim Barstow was suggesting we meet up next time we're down south. He's a Leeds boy, but he's in London, so hi Jim.
So next week we're not gonna have any show again. Sorry.
Sorry, guys.
Week after we will have a special guest.
Yeah.
In our life will be Zoom related session again with the special guest.
This time we'll work on trying to
Hopefully
perfect
it'll go
it.
better, yeah.
Yeah. So far the guest is confirmed. I hopefully everything will be alright. The guest will be Valerie Bradshaw.
Yeah.
Which is a well-known wine, whiskey sommelier, host, radio host.
She's a bit of a badass.
I'm excited.
I am excited
So-
about talking to her.
Will be very interesting session. A lot of stuff to talk with Valerie. She's a absolutely great lady. She's based in Canada. So if you any people from Canada,
She's not Canadian, is she?
I'm pretty sure she's Canadian.
Is she Canadian?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So she's based in Canada. It's a really great person to talk about. That will be, our second guest in the Zoom. And hope you enjoyed the interview from the last week with Ricardo.
Yeah.
It's been interesting for us.
Ricardo's a cool guy.
We didn't discuss when we're gonna do the live Zoom again with the guys in Saturday. We might end that in a week or so.
Yeah. We could do it next week.
Yeah.
Because we haven't got a live show next week, so we could do a Zoom call next week instead.
Potentially, yes. So yeah, that's the news around us.
And this time I've sorted out
And
Zoom as well.
one more thing, all the things I talk about this evening, and some other clues about different cigars we didn't mention, they will be posted in the blog of Light 'Em Up. My friend Reinhard asked me to make an article about that stuff. So all the information with the websites and everything will be posted there. The first part is already edited.
Any
I
ideas
reckon-
when the article's going up?
I reckon the first part will be literally next few days.
In that case, what we can do is we can link up the article in the description of this video.
Yes, well, Light 'Em Up World. When you go into the website, is a blog section when Reinhard constantly puts some interesting stuff for pairing, for
Yeah.
how to store cigars and everything. There will be an article written by me about how you find in vintage stuff. Exactly, almost the same thing what we're talking about, with some more details, some pictures on the stuff I found, and maybe someone will find it interesting.
I do recommend you guys check out the website as well. Light 'em up Go. Light 'em up.
Just
It's
Light
just
'Em
called
Up
Light 'Em
World.
Up. Light 'em up World. We'll put up a link in the description or in the chat or in the comment section or something. I'll put it up as a pinned comment because I think it's a brilliant website. Highly recommend you guys check it out. But yeah, I mean, Ray's going to be putting up an article on there talking about it in detail as well. So you've got it in written form, you've got it in video form, and that way hopefully you guys can build a ridiculous collection just like Ray, because at the moment everyone wants to be like Ray. Any other questions? No? Okay, so I think, do you have any final thoughts? Well, you know what your final thoughts are. You might as well run through the final points. Go on.
Smoke. Smoke, or they will end up in eBay.
They'll end up on eBay.
And there will be not only me, there's a lot of people hustling there, and they will get them. So yeah,
Smoke your cigars.
Smoke your cigars.
We've ended on relatively on time this time.
2:01.
Yeah, so we haven't actually gone over too much this time, even though we started a little bit late. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. It's been a pleasure. I hope this was useful to you, and hopefully some of you can build a great collection of cigars too. But make sure you smoke them. Make sure you smoke them. Make sure you enjoy them. Guys,
I actually forgot to say something.
Oh, go on.
I'm gonna charge 10% of every finding you have.
He doesn't know how he's gonna enforce that, but he'll find a way.
That's how we're gonna fund the channel, right?
Yeah, 10% of every found. Send it to me to see how they go or not.
Actually, I do have a question. So we're planning on kind of setting up a Patreon account so that we can fund some of the trips that we want to do and interviewing people, because we want to travel more. We want to do more interviews with more well-known people within the industry, and to develop those interviews, obviously we need a little bit of help. So it would be great if we can get some of your support. But we also want to know, what kind of rewards and what kind of things you guys would like in return. Do you guys want like exclusive access to certain things? Do you want like some behind the scenes stuff, or is there something that you'd want in return for the support that you give us? So if you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section or in the chat or whatever. It'd be great to hear from you. And yeah, it's something that Alex and I talked about, and then I mentioned it to Ray, and Ray was like, whatever. But yeah.
Wait, Gavin had one last question.
Go on.
He just got it in. How possible is it to get our hands on that small Trinidad travel humidor that you have?
I don't know. I have no idea. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I didn't buy it, and I don't know where to buy it from, because I looked around. I searched for it in a number of places, and I don't think you can actually purchase it. I think it was a gift.
You think it was a gift?
Yeah, because that's what Hunter's told me. Well, if Hunter's told me that, then...
What do you mean you think it...
If Hunter's told me that, then he probably is, right? It was a gift that Habanos was giving out to a few people.
Oh, I think it went to you.
No.
That was a gift to you.
Yeah, no, that was a gift to me. I mean, the actual product itself, it wasn't something you could purchase. It was a gift that the Habanos were giving out to certain people. And
it was at the Habanos Festival 2 years ago. Thank you, Andre.
There you go. Yeah. So it was at a festival and Habanos were giving it out, and then Damie from Habanos asked if I wanted it, and I was like, well, yeah. I mean, it's Trinidad cigars. That's my favorite brand, so clearly I wanted it. Yeah, I'm sorry about the fact that you can't purchase it. I know that the Robusto Extra does have a travel humidor, which is like the big desktop humidor that you can purchase, but it's a little bit pricey. I think it's something like 1,800 in the UK or something silly like that. If you can find a good price on that, then you've got a big desktop humidor full of about 15 cigars in there. But I'm not certain if you can purchase the smaller box humidor. So sorry, I can't help on that one. Any other questions? No. Well, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Ray's logged off already.
Yeah, Ray's logged off. Thank you guys. See ya.